Howdy, Barstow, and good morning. We're your hosts. I'm Caden.
And I'm Lakin. Caden, you know that Country Day's on Friday, don't you?
Oh, my bad. What are the Spirit Days again?
Yesterday was Throwback Day. Today is Barstow or KC gear. Wednesday is Pajama Day. Thursday is Twin Day. And of course, Friday's Country.
Thanks for the info, Lakin. Let's continue the show after the intro. Hey, Lakin, do you know how about the girls have been dominating in their tennis?
Yeah, I heard from the legendary Coach Tom O'Brien that the girls' tennis team outlasted the weather and competed against some of the best teams in Kansas and Missouri, including St. Louis in the Pembroke Hill tournament. The Knights placed third in the team scoring. To lead the way in number one doubles, the Bearers won the championship with a couple of strong performances. After an 8-0 roll of a strong Blue Valley Northwest pair, they took on powerhouse doubles pair from John Burroughs of St. Louis. With strong serves, consistent baseline game, and well-timed net play, the Knights whipped the Burroughs 8-2 for the tournament double title.
The girls also have another match tomorrow at home at 4:30. Make sure to come. On a similar note, girls volleyball has a home game today at 6, and the boys soccer teams have games on Thursday, JV at 4:30 and varsity at 6:15 against Bishop Miege.
The boys soccer team will also be playing against Cristo Rey this Friday at 7:15 after the Harvest Festival.
Everyone, make sure to come out to the Harvest Festival. Links for tickets can be found in your grades GroupMe.
Also remember that there's an upper school fall dance after the Harvest Festival from 8 to 11.
Back to the soccer game, I'm so excited about the junior-senior ultimate frisbee game during halftime. If you're a junior or senior interested in playing, check Mr. Dan's email for more info.
Speaking of seniors, yesterday was senior day. The weather was pretty gloomy, but I hope the seniors still had fun. Luckily, we have Pamela, Lauren, and Josie to speak on it.
Over to you!
Sup, squad! Oh, hey there, guys.
Hello, pedestrians and otherwise.
We're here to... Oh, sorry. You go first. Oh, Josie, you go first. We're here to talk about how epic the senior retreat was.
We started the day with a long and strenuous walk.
When we got to the park, we set our stuff down and then started our scavenger hunt. Lauren and I were on the same team. Lauren, do you have a favorite task that we did?
Probably when our team leader, Joel Siegel, pretended to be a deer and rustle through the foliage and added antlers to get us some extra points. Josie, what about you?
I had a lot of fun. I was on the purple team, and I had a great time watching the kickball game. It was really funny watching everyone slip and fall in the mud.
Oh, yeah. I had a pretty bad couple of falls.
Yeah, and because we were connected, I went down with her. We also played speed tic-tac-toe. Will Carter was a very dedicated participant.
We had a heated game of Jeopardy where we learned some stuff we didn't know before, like how the BTVN room used to be in Miss Goulden's room.
Who knew? Certainly not my team. We had a very delicious lunch, and we also made some clay figures for our kindergarten buddies.
Shout out to my buddy Genesis.
And mine and Josie's buddy Nora.
Yes, I bet all of y'all cannot wait to be seniors. It is actually such a blast.
Yeah, I'm having the best time. I would be having an even better time if the seniors were locked in for Spirit Week.
Great point, Josie. I better see everyone repping their hometown gear.
Well, that's it from us. Let's
send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, guys. That was a very informational enlightenment.
In other news, there are colleges this week with Tulsa, WSU, Lynn, St. Louis, and the University of Chicago.
Hey, Lakin, have you met the new interim director of middle school?
Yes, I have.
Well, for any of those who haven't, Pamela made a piece all about Miss Rafferty.
Roll it.
Okay. My name is Deborah Rafferty. I am from a bunch of western Kansas small towns. So I was born in Buckland, Kansas, which is a town of about 700. I wanted to be a teacher from the time I was in third grade. I was 8 years old, and my teacher was Mrs. Fath, and she was so amazing. And I remember that she turned 24 that year, and that became my favorite number. I just loved her. And I couldn't really tell you why I loved her. So I asked my mom ages later. I said, what was it about Mrs. Pfaff that made me want to become a teacher? And Mom said it was just the way that she just kept encouraging you and just said, yep, you can do this. And I'm going to challenge you to do this next step. And always, it was never get from point A to point Z. It was get from A to B, okay, now to C. And she just guided me along that. And I just really blossomed under her. So I wanted to help others do that. Favorite vacation is always to Colorado, to the San Juan Mountains. Yeah, Silverton, Colorado is my happy place. And so we probably go there at least once a year. Usually, even in the winter, we'll go up and be trapped in the mountains. When I was 28, I used to snow ski all the time. I loved it, and I was pretty good at it. But it was the last run of the day. I ended up tearing my ACL, and so I had to have that reconstructed 1 year ago, a full knee replacement. So skiing's kind of hard on my knees now, so I just enjoy the snow. My very first teaching job was in a small town. I was from a small town, and I decided I wanted to go back to a small town. So I went to Medicine Lodge, Kansas, and I was their kindergarten through 5th grade music teacher for 2 years, and that's where I started. And then I decided I was ready to get back to a bigger city, so I came here. So before coming to Barstow, I was still an elementary music teacher, but I was right here in the suburban area. One of the things I learned after going to Medicine Lodge was that having gone from a small town to KU and then back to small town, I didn't have the support structure that I needed there. So I came back to where I knew people. And I had gotten my degree in school leadership, and I thought that I would like to cross over into leadership, but the right opportunity never came. And it was 2 years ago, actually, that I started at Barstow when they needed a new assistant director for lower school. And so some people reached out to me and said, I think you might be interested in this. And I'm so glad I made the jump. It's been great. One of the things I love about Barstow is really probably what my small town roots bring me, is that it is such a small community. And I love that it is preschool prep through 12th grade, all under the same roof, so that we get to really celebrate as kids grow and we get to do things together. That's huge. One of the really special things coming from a public school situation to Barstow that really stands out is just class size and just the fact that teachers know their students. And I just think that's so valuable. I think that it is very important that people know that undoubtedly cream cheese is the world's most perfect food. I want you to think about it. It can be breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's part of dessert. It can be sweet. It can be savory. There is no food that is not benefited by the addition of a little extra cream cheese. And that's all I have.
That was an amazing piece, Pamela.
With some lower school news, there's a 5th grade parent meeting this Wednesday at 11.
Also, don't forget that on Friday, there's an altered schedule due to a pep assembly that is taking place.
7th and 8th hour will be shortened, quickly followed by the assembly. Well, it looks like that's all we got. You've been Lakin.
And you've been Caden.
Have a wonderful day, and may your day be as bright as a sunflower in the sun.